Hey friends, and welcome to the channel. So today we're going to talk all about self-sabotage and why it can happen in your weight loss or body composition journey. We're going to talk about some things, both psychological and physical, that you can change to avoid having this occur over and over again. If you're new to the channel, hello and welcome. My name is Katie. I'm a registered dietitian and personal trainer. And I want to start off being super transparent. I used to work for about 4 or 5 years in weight loss focused health and nutrition coaching. Now that I have transitioned into full-time working for myself and my own business, taking one-on-one clients and having courses like the Mindful Muscles Academy, I have transitioned into focusing on food freedom for my clients and putting less emphasis and priority on weight loss and weight goals and stuff like that. But it doesn't mean that I don't think people should have weight loss goals or that there's anything wrong with you for desiring to change your weight or your body or anything like that. No shame either way, but just to be totally transparent that this isn't just like some Jillian Michaels like lose all the weight kind of video. So if that's what you like, you probably won't enjoy my tips and strategies today. But if you like a more gentle approach to nutrition, then stick around for the whole video because this is going to be your vibe. Okay, so the first reason that you are self-sabotaging in your weight loss or fat loss journey is that you are doing things too quickly. Our metabolism is complex and robust, but also fragile. And if you're cutting calories at a rapid pace, your metabolism is going to slow down to compensate for that. And the reason for that is not that your body does not want you to achieve your goals. It is a survival mechanism. Your body is designed to keep you alive as long as possible. So when it notices that you are under eating a lot more than usual, say you used to have 2,000 calories and now you have 1,200, that is too much too soon, and your body is going to slow down your metabolism so hard. That's a professional way to say it, Katie. So all of that to say, if you are not eating enough, then you are definitely going to self-sabotage, and I wouldn't even call it self-sabotaging. More so, your body is going to overcompensate in hunger signals to motivate you to get the food that it needs. So what I would love to see is no more than a 250 calorie deficit in calories alone. So what I mean by that is if you are cutting calories by 250 from what you consume, you can play around with the number of calories that you burn from exercise, activities of daily living, energy expenditure, but I would try no more than 250 calories in a calorie deficit. And just in case you're like, Katie, I don't know if I really fit the bill for this, let me give an example. So if you usually consume 2,000 calories or maybe 2,000 to 2,200, and you go from that to a 1,200 or 1,400 calorie diet plus working out 30 to 60 minutes a day, then yes, that is too big of a deficit. For someone consuming 2,000 calories, I would aim more for 1,750 and exercise on top of that and see where you land. Even that might be too much, and it might be beneficial just to increase your exercise and keep your calories the same. People act like this 1,200 calorie thing is just some magic pill. It's really not. It's just something that the diet industry has promoted for a really long time, and for some reason it just sticks. 1,200 calories is the calorie needs of a 3-year-old. So you are not a toddler, you need more energy than that. The second reason you are self-sabotaging in your weight loss journey is your mindset. Now, some of you might not want to hear this, but it's true. And as a recovering perfectionist, I totally understand. So what do I mean by this? Is it truly self-sabotage or failure, or are you giving up at the first sign of imperfection? Let's sit on that one for just a second. Is it really self-sabotage or failure, or are you just giving up at the first sign of being imperfect with these new habits? Guys, mindset matters so much. And that's why I talk about psychology so much on this channel, is that I think it has a huge impact on our healthy habits. And if you are putting yourself in a position where you consider yourself a failure anytime that you are anything less than 100% perfect, you are setting yourself up for that failure. That's like aiming to get 100% on every test, quiz, or homework assignment that you ever get from the beginning of college to the end of it. It's just not humanly possible for 99.99% of us. So that inadvertently can be setting you up to fail, quote unquote, because you are expecting perfection. And this is what we call black and white thinking. And what I would suggest for this to cure it, which is not going to go away overnight. Trust me, as a recovering perfectionist, I understand your struggle. Start by practicing some mindful awareness. Where are you finding that you are telling yourself that you have to be 100% perfect with this goal, or else it's gonna totally come crumbling down? For example, are you expecting that you're gonna eat healthy every single meal of every single day? Or do you kind of plan in your schedule, have, okay, this weekend I'm going to that birthday party, or this weekend I'm going to go out to eat with my friends, and I know that I'm going to indulge in whatever I choose to. That sets you up for more mental flexibility with your eating plan versus saying, I'm gonna be 100% healthy all the time. And what I love to say to my clients and Mindful Muscles Academy students is that failure is feedback. So every time you feel like a failure for something that you did, I'm not saying you are, I'm just saying we feel like a failure sometimes, it's just the way life is. The next time you feel that way, think, how can I turn this into feedback? What is this telling me, and what can I learn from it? Reason number 3 that you're self-sabotaging in your weight loss journey is that you're only focused on weight loss as progress. And this is where it can turn from healthy to actually damaging to the body. So let's just say hypothetically, you know that the weight you're at is not the weight you're meant to be at, and you do have weight to lose. I still say that it's not incredibly helpful to only focus on weight loss alone as a progress meter or like measure of success, because you can't always control how much weight you lose. In fact, there's going to be a lot of plateaus and times in your journey where your weight loss is going to stall, and times where it's going pretty fast and you're seeing results rapidly. That's just the nature of our metabolism and how our body works. We're not just going to consistently just skyrocket down the scale to our perfect weight just because we made a few tweaks. Again, our metabolism is super duper smart, and so it's gonna find ways along the way to try to protect you from perceived starvation. And the tweak I would make, if this sounds like you and you're like, yes, Katie, I admit the weight is the most important thing for me, what I would suggest is focus on, instead of the outcome related goals, focus on habit-based goals. These are things that are within your scope of control and things that you can actively check off the box, that you can say, I made this happen through my daily action, versus weight, where yes, of course, some days you may check that off the box, say, yes, I lost 1 pound. Awesome. But it wasn't really something that was actively something that you did. For example, you can go on a 30-minute walk, and that is a health promoting activity that can lead to weight loss or weight maintenance or overall health. But losing weight, it may happen, it may not happen. That's for your body to decide. So focus less on what you can't control, focus more on what you can control. You'll be so much better off, and you'll still be able to achieve those overarching goals that you have for yourself without focusing and hyperfixating on things that are outside of your control. All right, before we get into the last 2 points, if you are interested in a healthy and sustainable relationship with food, then I highly recommend checking out my free masterclass on mindful eating and food freedom for beginners in the description below. It's a 45-minute long training, and you're gonna learn so much on how to apply some of the principles that we talk about today around not focusing and fixating on your weight, and how to have a lifelong healthy relationship with food. So check that out and sign up in the description below. I also have a few one-on-one coaching spots available if you are interested in one-on-one support with me, so check that out as well, and let's get back into the video. Reason number 4 why you are self-sabotaging in your weight loss journey is that you are weighing in too often. Now, this one might be a little bit controversial because there are research studies that show that weighing in more often leads to weight maintenance in the long term. The problem I have for this, from the lens of someone who has struggled with disordered eating in the past, is that I worry that the reason that they're maintaining that weight is because they have a disordered relationship with food. I don't think that was weeded out in the research studies on this, and I worry about that more than I worry about the officialness of the weight maintenance part. I think there are definitely ways to maintain weight loss without weighing in every single day. It can lead us to feeling like we need to micromanage our weight and we actually have control over it when we really don't. And the other problem among many that I have with it is that your weight can fluctuate for reasons that are totally beyond fat gain and fat loss from day to day, whether you're dehydrated or hydrated, whether you're on your period or you're not. Different parts of your cycle, your weight can definitely fluctuate due to water retention or water loss. Things like that are just things that we don't account for when we weigh in every day, and we can feel like we're a failure when we didn't do anything wrong or different. Now, if you're weighing in daily, you can try to taper off by doing it every other day or every 3 days or once a week, whatever feels more comfortable to you, and then slowly taper off even more if possible. Again, I think it's okay to enjoy data and to enjoy kind of seeing where your body's at from time to time if that feels good to you. If it doesn't, totally skip it. But if it feels good to you, it's okay to do from time to time, just not every day, because I feel like it leads down a path of obsessive behavior, which I don't want that to be your main priority in your nutrition. And point number 5 for self-sabotaging in your health and weight loss goals is, what if you aren't self-sabotaging at all? And what if you're just a normal human being who experiences ups and downs in life? Listen, life is a flux and flow. We have days that are amazing, days that are mediocre and boring, and days where it feels like it couldn't be worse. But imagine if you asked yourself to be happy 100% of the time, every single day of your life. Do you think that would be even possible? No. And that would kind of dilute the rest of your life, right? Like if every day was 100% perfect, wouldn't that be kind of weird? Like, how would you know when to actually be happy or what happy was if you were that all the time? Imagine if this month you had 29 good days, but you had 1 bad day. Would you consider that whole month a total bust? Probably not. So let's give ourselves a little more grace in the nutrition world as well. If we are imperfect a couple days out of the month, it is not a total bust. It's mindset. This kind of ties back to the black and white thinking. Think, how can I use this as feedback, and how can I be a little bit easier on myself when I have a day that's not 100% perfect? I promise you, as a dietitian, I am telling you this, you don't need to eat 100% perfect all the time to be a healthy person. You are meant to have balance, and you are meant to crave a variety of foods, and that includes treat foods, and that of course includes whole foods as well. You need a variety just for your psychological enjoyment, if nothing else, but also for your nutritional balance. That's what it's on this earth for. If you need more support for your health and nutrition goals, check the links below to check out my favorites, ways to work with me, and the programs that I host online that you can join to have a healthier relationship with food and fitness. If you want to keep hanging out with me on YouTube, then click or tap the screen to head on over to the next video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below, and let me know what videos you'd like to see more of in the future. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye guys.